What is happening, guys, and welcome to the Greed Feed. Now today I have a small little unboxing for you, and when I say small I mean it's only one pop, but this bad boy has been a grail for a while and I am so happy to have finally gotten him. So a little backstory behind this, guys. I have always wanted to watch this TV series and never really gotten around to it. I just haven't had the spare time to sit down and watch it. I've had a heap of other TV series to get caught up on, and recently I've had a bit of spare time, so I've been able to start watching it, and it was one of those things that I started watching it, I thought I'd like it, I absolutely loved it. I watched 3 seasons straight. I'm on to the 4th season now, I'm halfway through that, so I'm all caught up to where they're exactly at, and like a lot of things that happen in life, I sat there and thought, I love these characters, I really need a collectible. I need something. And so I searched high and low and couldn't find anything, and the only thing I could find were pop vinyls, and I was like, great, awesome, I can grab all the pop vinyls for them. Little problem, they're all retired. Funko, you always just have to play with my emotions and just get me all riled up. So of course I hunted high and low. For those of you that don't know about how I collect, I refuse to spend over $50 Australian on any pop. I've never spent that amount of money. If I have, it's because I've traded something that I got for cheaper and traded up towards something a bit more expensive, but I've never physically paid more than $50 for a pop vinyl, which for a lot of people is really hard to do, especially when you're trying to collect Grail pops. For those of you that don't know what a Grail pop is, pretty much something like the holy grail, you need to have it, but they're usually vaulted or retired pops, whatever you want to call them, and they're usually a lot harder to come by because they're not in production anymore, and you can only buy them on the secondary market from other collectors. Because pop vinyls have become such a big thing recently, a lot of people are getting kind of into them. It's making the ability to get these retired or vaulted pops, as they call them, a lot more difficult than they were 5 years ago when I started collecting. Now, a lot of these kind of pops I usually don't miss, because it's usually, if I want a pop, I buy it. Sometimes I don't have the money to buy them. The only difference in that is pops like these from TV series or something that I just haven't gotten around to watching, and by the time I get around to watching, the pops have been vaulted, unfortunately. I had the same problem with American Horror Story. Everyone was telling me, you gotta watch American Horror Story, you gotta watch American Horror Story. Finally got around to watching it. I think I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons, really loved it, loved the difference in the characters and the difference in the seasons. I thought it was a really good way to kind of change up a horror genre. And immediately I wanted the pops. Now, of course, a lot of those pops are retired and go for $100, $200 depending on where you get them from, and I just couldn't spend that amount of money. So unfortunately, I don't have those pops. But this is a series that I really enjoyed, and I had to find a pop. I've been biding my time for the past month or 2, just kind of hoping that someone would post at least one of these guys up for a reasonable price, and that happened the other day. A big shout out to Josh. There's a guy in a pop group that I'm part of in Facebook. He was selling this bad boy because it was damaged, and he had a second one that's actually already signed by the actor that portrays the character, so I jumped on it immediately. I didn't have the money at the time because I hadn't been paid yet. Because he's such a legend, he held it for me, and I was able to grab it, and I'm just so excited. I ended up getting him for a really good price, and I mean, I can see that there's a little bit of box damage, but in all honesty, you guys know I'm an out-of-box collector anyway, I don't care about the damage, but I honestly don't think the box is in that bad of damage, but I'll show you guys that in a second. The pop that I'm talking about is this bad boy right here, Ragnar Lothbrok. So he's from the show Vikings. For you, those of you that haven't seen Vikings, go watch that show. If you're any kind of fan of like medieval kind of, not ancient history, but like, you know, medieval type history, Vikings is awesome. The reason I didn't start watching it was because it came out similar time to when Game of Thrones came out, and a lot of people told me that it was like a poor man's Game of Thrones. So I never really put a lot of effort into watching it, but it is completely different to Game of Thrones. If you go in there thinking it's going to be like Game of Thrones, you're going to have a bad time, because obviously the production value and stuff isn't there, but it is such a good series. The main character, who's played by Travis Fimmel, Ragnar Lothbrok, he plays him so well. It just kind of like instills that Viking, I guess, brutality that if you know anything about the Vikings, you know about. He does it so well. He's almost arrogant and crazy, and you know, I'll let you guys watch it and, you know, decide for yourself. But he is my absolute favorite character in the series. He's obviously the main character as well. And I was really bummed when I found out that his pop was like $120 plus. So obviously since then I've been able to find him really cheap, and I had to grab him. So let's just do a little unboxing of this, guys. Like you guys can see, like, there's supposed to be box damage. There's a little, I don't know how well you can see that, a little crease at the top there. I mean, really that's it. Like, you know, it's really just the corners. They're a little bit beat up. And I guess down the bottom. And like, I understand, being a pop collector for so long, it is so hard to find people that would buy a box like this. To me, as just a collector, it's not that bad. I don't see any real problems with it, but there's a lot of collectors out there that are really picky about their boxes, which is a pain in the ass for me, because like I said, I don't see anything wrong with this box, and I could imagine if I sent someone a box like this, they'd have issues with it. And there's a lot of really picky people out there, but I mean, each to their own. But I don't think he's really damaged, and I got him for a hell of a good price. And it's not going to matter, because I'm going to display him out of box anyway, because I'm just pumped to have him. So let's get right into this unboxing, guys, and check out exactly what he looks like. Oh, he's so cool. So here he is in all his glory with his shield and his axe. And the thing I really love about this pop that they've kind of like gotten on point is his hair. So he's got like this like really extensive braid that like goes around the back here, and they've got that like spot on. Wow, he's such a cool pop. I really want the rest of them. I've been keeping my eye. There's a few. I know I can get Floki and Rolo quite easily, and Seer is still I've just completely forgotten. What's the word when you can easily get a pop? Common. He's still common. That's the word I was looking for. Seer is still common, so I know I can get him easily. The two that were going to be really difficult was Ragnar, which I've acquired now, and Lagertha. Now Lagertha is another one I really want to get, but I haven't seen any cheap. So maybe I won't be able to get her, but I'm just so stoked that I have Ragnar. I'm hoping that they do a series 2 of Vikings, because there's a lot of newer characters, or even a few older characters that they didn't do, that I'd really like to add to the collection now that I've seen the series. Without giving a little bit away, Ragnar's son Bjorn, I'd really love a Bjorn. But super stoked to get this pop, guys. Like, I'm just like blown away. Just so happy to add him to the collection. So happy to have him there, because of, you know, I wanted something. It's just, when I get passionate about a series like that, I want to show people that I love it. I mean, that's why we collect. In the essence of it is to share with our family and friends, and to enjoy it yourself. So I know now that I got this guy, I can look at him and go, yep, you know, remind me of how much I love Vikings, and I'm so stoked about that. And I definitely think I'm going to have to be adding Floki and Rolo when I can to this guy, because he'd look awesome with a few little Viking friends next to him. So that's it from me today, guys. Like I said, a small little unboxing. I just really want to share that with you guys, because I'm super stoked to grab him. Once again, big thank you to Josh for hooking me up with him. I love him. I'm so fucking glad I was able to grab him off you. So props to him for not being greedy and selling him for a good price, which is what you want to do with your fellow collectors. If it doesn't mean a big deal to you, and you can sell them for a little bit cheaper, but still, you know, make your value back, I recommend doing it, guys. I never try to sell over extreme value for what I've got. The last thing you want to do is rip off people, because, you know, you don't want to be ripped off yourself. So I'm really happy to add that to my collection, and yeah, he's going to be like definitely one of my grails at the moment. So let me know down in the comments below, guys, what is your Funko Pop Grail? I know there's going to be a lot of difference of opinions on them. It doesn't have to be the most expensive pop in the world. It just has to be, when I say Grail, it just has to be the pop that you really want but you haven't gotten yet. It could be a common pop that you just can't find. Well, let me know down in the comments, guys, exactly what your Grail is. My Grail still to this day is Planet Ali of Vegeta, which I've 100% realised that I'm never going to get because he's about $1,000 now, and that's just a ridiculous amount for a pop vinyl. I think I'm going to have a look at getting, because I am an out-of-box collector, just getting a custom one done for me, painted in those colours, because I just do love that scene in Dragon Ball Z where he's got his different coloured hair. For those of you that do know me, I am a massive Vegeta fan. So he's on Ultimate Grail, but I'm never going to get him, let's be fair. But let me know, guys, do you guys have your own Grail? If so, what is it? I'd really like to hear your thoughts. That's it from me today, guys. Now, as always, if you are new here to the Greed feed, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below. Give me all the support I can get. I really appreciate anything. And of course, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Hope to do some more kind of Grail unboxings in the future. Fingers crossed I can get some good Grails to show you guys. But really stoked to add Ragnar to my collection. I'm just really happy about that purchase. And that is it for me today, guys. I shall catch you guys next time.